have the return of Dizzy Senze. What's
Yeah,
going on, Dizzy? How are you?
Here. Yo, man, I'm doing fantastic. Life is great. Can't really complain, to be honest, bro.
Thank you for meeting me by the Barclays.
For sure.
We're in Brooklyn right now. It's a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen you in a minute. You was on the show a few years ago, right?
I was, man. I was back on the show and I had locks. My locks was hang time when I was back on it. I've seen so many people share that vid like from that interview, and that was so ill.
Now we have to have you back though, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
How you been? How you been otherwise?
Yo, man, life has been spectacular. I am now one of the MCs of Freestyle Drive which is a Broadway show created by Lin-Manuel Miranda and Brady.
Shit, nice.
I was about to say Anthony's name wrong, but Two Touch. And it is very freaking awesome.
Congratulations.
Yo, it's been great. We're just coming off an 8-month national tour. And now we're about to head to Vegas for a residency at the Venetian. Tickets are already on sale and going very fast.
What's the name of it again?
It is named Freestyle Love Supreme.
Freestyle Love Supreme.
Modeled after John Coltrane's A Love Supreme.
Wow.
Pretty much in the same token. It is a hip-hop improv comedy show. Everything is freestyled. It's based on audience suggestions, freaking 90 minutes flat.
You serious? So the audience in the middle of the show, they make
Yo,
suggestions?
we ask the audience stuff throughout the entire show. It is entirely interactive. We take suggestions on the spot to let people know that it is freestyled and nothing that we are doing has been rehearsed. We are going through it and finding out things about people just at the same time that everyone else is seeing it. So we have no idea what's going to happen until we get on stage.
So I got you at the right time because you're heading to Vegas like next week or some shit, right? Very soon.
My flight is next week. We have rehearsals coming up this next week, and it's been a freaking madhouse.
That's amazing, yo. You been to Vegas before?
I have never been to Vegas.
Shit, that's a big move then.
I have never been to Vegas. This will be my first time like being there, and I live there. Which is crazy.
So this is a residency. How long does the residency go for?
So right now it's scheduled for 3 months, but there is a possible extension, and we can end up there for 6 months.
Amazing. So it's performances every night?
Every night from Wednesday to Sunday. Mondays and Tuesdays are our days off, but Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and Sundays is all one show, and Saturday we have double shows. So get 2 opportunities to see us on Saturdays.
That's amazing. So, I mean, Lin-Manuel Miranda is one of the producers, you said?
He is the producer, and he also comes as a special guest quite often, actually. Shit. I mean, he'll be there with us for opening week. That's just been announced on November 16th and 17th. So I would totally suggest people get tickets for that. Last time it sold out within like 4 days. So definitely rush to get tickets for that.
Yeah. So, sometimes he's unannounced, he just pops up? Or?
Sometimes we find out and they're just like, oh, Lynn's going to be with us, and we're like, yay! You know what I'm saying? Because we get to see him and we get to see the funny stuff that he's going to do. And as I said, we don't know what's going to happen either. So it's funny for us as well when we see jokes and things fly out on the spot based on audience actual suggestions.
So what do you mean, like jokes, like making fun of the audience, kind of like a comedy show?
Like
or?
Typically, we start the show and end the show, typically the same. I can't really give up too much, but you
gotta go see the show live. But
you gotta see the show live, but we typically start the show off and we'll ask like an audience member for a verb, and they'll come and give us a whole bunch of verbs, and then we'll pick a verb and make our whole first act about the verb that the audience has said. So I want to say it in that type of light, but then there's also certain things like, there's certain games like there's this game that we have called Second Chance. We may or may not do it in Vegas. It may get rotated out. But in Second Chance, we take an audience member's tragic memory that they've had. Like something they wish they could go back and change.
So they tell you a story. So you
go
to the audience, you tell them, can you tell us a story?
We throw out a nice little microphone out to the audience, during pandemic times, and then we hear the audience member's memory, and we go through it the first time, We tell them like how it went. We act it out, and we add in our own little jokes and flares based on the things we've heard. And then we redo the memory and go through it with what they would have changed and what could have happened and how that could have changed.
So it's almost turned into a therapy session
yeah,
in a way, right?
It's nice though.
That is nice.
It's nice. It's a nice moment. But we have like a plethora of games that we go through, and we'll have some new games for Vegas, so that will be really fun to see.
So how long you been doing this improvising?
So I first joined FLS in March. I had originally auditioned for the show last October. And in the first audition run, I actually didn't get the callback. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I got up to the final round, and 2 of my homies got picked that I'm now on tour with now.
How was the audition? It was like just as if it was a live show?
So the first rounds was kind of like a regular jam session, and they were just assessing the people that they had called in, and then they had us come in and run through some of the games. It was a nice process. It wasn't anything crazy, you know. They just wanted to see who was a perfect fit for what they were looking for at that time, and that's totally fine. I didn't get a call back for after final rounds, and that was fine. I ended up going into FLS Academy, which is another branch of Freestyle Love Supreme, where they actually have people, whether you're the most experienced freestyler or a novice freestyler, come in and you get to learn the games virtually at that time, because it was pandemic times. And it's hosted by ran by my great friend BS, who is one of my favorite freestylers in the city, and he teaches people the basics, run through all the games of freestyling basics and improv basics, and it kind of meets.
What's the difference between? Is there a difference between freestyle and improvisation?
See, when you're doing improv in general, you're not necessarily required to rhyme.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So the technique is gonna be different.
Because when I think of improv, I also think of like acting.
Yeah, this is totally a show where there's some acting and theatrical elements going to be involved. It's a play at the end of the day, so you have to have theatrical elements in it.
I hear you. Okay.
That's what separates this show from a lot of other shows, because there's the acting and theatrics part, and then you have all this nice freestyled hip-hop elements. So we're introducing theater crowds to hip-hop in a really unique way.
Nice, okay. And in the traditional way of how hip-hop started, freestyling, that's how it started, right? Just people freestyling before it became, let's say, a commodified art form that could be sold or monetized. Back to the basics, I'm saying, mixed with, theater, like you said. I mean, I know you've been freestyling for a long time. Was this like a challenge because of the improv part of it?
The improv part, of course, is going to be challenging because it's something new. But the cast that I'm with is so supportive. Like the FLS family in general is so supportive that it makes it feel so easy to do.
How large is the cast?
The cast, there's 8 of us on this Vegas run, but there's so many people connected to the Freestyle Love Supreme family. I couldn't count them all.
I hear you. Okay. So every night's going to be a show, and one day you're going to have 2 shows?
Yep. Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays we'll have 1 show, and Saturdays we'll have double shows.
When you signed up again in March, you had to do the whole audition again in March?
Nope. Okay. In March, what ended up happening was I was just graduating FLS Academy, and my great homie Anissa Folds, who is also like one of the very big major stars of this show, she had went to another Broadway show called Trading Places, which was really, really big, and they needed someone to sub for Anissa while she was gone. And like in her words, it was like, yo, you gotta get Diz. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you gotta bring Diz into it. And I got the call, and I was like, could you be in Boston by Tuesday? And I was like, oh yeah, sure.
For a show?
Absolutely.
For a show?
For rehearsals, for rehearsals for tour. And I was like, yeah, sure. I just would have to be back in New York the week after to do a residency with the Brooklyn Academy of Music at the time. And they were like, yeah, that's fine. And then you'll fly out to Portland as soon as your residency is over. And that's exactly how it went.
Wow. How was Portland?
Portland was rainy.
Okay.
Portland was rainy. Great weed, though. some of the greatest weed I've ever had.
Nice.
But it was very rainy, but it was beautiful, man. The mountains were
How long you out there
awesome.
for? So a couple of shows out there?
I was out there for 3 weeks.
Okay.
We were at the Colonial Theater. Colonial Theater? Actually, no. I think the Colonial Theater is Boston.
Okay.
I'm not sure what theater we were at, but it was a fairly large theater. And we were there.
And that's where the show first started? That was where it started? Or it started in Boston? Or was Boston just rehearsal?
So, Freestyle Love Supreme's national tour started in January. They were in a national tour for a total of 8 months. So, it kicked off in San Francisco.
Okay.
Boston was the third stop.
Okay.
So, they had shows in Boston, and I got to kind of see all of the shows live and learn my cues from the very, very top of the theater and look down and kind of see it happening. So that once I got to Portland, it was just like, all right, Diz, you're on.
So there's a live band or a DJ, or how's the music?
So music-wise, there's 4 vocalists, and then there are 2 keyboardists.
Okay. You said it was a beatboxer, you said?
Yeah. We have a mic 1, which is the hosting position, a mic 2, which is the MC position, mic 3 is usually a singing position, and mic 4 is the beatboxing. And then we have 2 keyboardists every show. That's always a setup. The MCs that might be in the show may rotate, but that is definitely the setup every show. Nice. Sometimes we have guest spots on top of like the 4 vocalists, so there'll be the 4 vocalists plus a special guest, maybe 2 special guests sometimes.
All right, nice. So you've never been to Vegas before, right? Is it first time?
Never been to Vegas.
You're gonna be out there for a while, a few months.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna be in Vegas for sure for 3 months.
You're gonna hit the casinos, the strip. What's gonna go? Or are you focusing on the show?
I'm a sports bettor.
All right.
You know, while we was on tour, I totally made a bunch of money sports betting. But it's not gonna make me or break me if I don't go to the casino. You get what I'm saying? That's just not a big part of my life, and I just wanna, I wanna spend my money wisely.
I hear you, no doubt. It's always tempting, though, right?
Yeah, man.
You're gonna go one time and have some fun.
You
just
know
don't
what
go
it
crazy.
is? It's like now I'm very cognizant of like, I have Broadway money, and I have to allocate this money very, very wisely. Like before, like as an artist, I feel like when I was in New York before the Broadway situation, I was here and I was doing a lot of commission gigs and sync licensing gigs, which is awesome. Like that's money that also just comes in. But now that it's like, all right, this is steady on top of the commission stuff, is like, all right, I have to do smart things with my money.
I hear you.
I have to make smarter decisions because at the end of the day, I have to pay taxes on it.
She got Broadway money. She said Broadway money.
Yeah, it's different. No doubt. It is different.
She's flexing on you, motherfucker, with that Broadway money.
It's just different now. It is very different.
That's gonna be
and everything leading up to it.
Your single has to be called Broadway Money. Seriously, yeah.
Oh, man. But I feel like it's just spending the money wisely. Like, I've looked into more investments and just things like that. Plus, my girl does all of the finances. Like, that's her thing. Like, that's what she loves to do. And I'm fine with that. Like, it makes me more responsible listening to her financial advisements.
Sometimes we need that, right?
Yeah.
In lots of relationships, there's a person who's more, on the books, financially responsible, and more the person who forgets to pay the bills sometimes.
I am the impulsive spender. You get what I'm saying? That's my thing. But my girl is like, no.
We gotta watch the budget. Yeah.
She's like, come on, and I'm the person that's like, all right, bills are paid. I'm going shopping. You get what I'm saying? So she's like, nah, we have to make wise decisions, and I always respect that.
There's a 2-way right here.
Yep.
So is that why we don't see a Dizzy Sense EP, singles, a project?
Yeah, man. You know what's crazy about that? Last time I was on this show, I was like, yo, I'm about to drop this album and stuff like that. And what ended up happening was I went into sync licensing gigs and really didn't have to. It didn't make me be like, all right, I have to focus on this album right now. I started working on a lot of other people's projects for one.
How does that work, the sync licensing?
So let's say I'll use a random example. Say I'm sitting home and relaxing, and one day I just get an email from Power, the show, and they'll be like, you know, it's Power. I'll take book 1 an example, even though book 1 is done, but they'll be like, it's Power book 1 season 5, and we need songs for episode 3. And we need, for this particular scene, we need a song that sounds like this.
Okay.
And here's the budget we're paying for this, and here's when we need it by.
Okay.
That's really it for sync licensing stuff. So that works for movies, for shows.
So you do the vocals or the instrumentals, or you rap
I do
on
the vocals.
Okay.
And I work with a production team that kind of makes all of the beats and things like that.
So it's like songs specifically made for the TV
for
or
TV,
shows, movies. Okay.
I do hip hop curriculum work as well with sync licensing stuff, which is I do hip hop curriculum for kindergarten to 12th grade.
Okay.
And companies send me songs and they'll be like, look, we need a song for this science curriculum for grade 9. Here's the lesson. We need this in 2 days.
That's crazy. So you gotta do it. So you do science, hip hop science lessons?
Yep, I do hip hop, science lessons, math lessons, English lessons. You name it, I've probably done it and made a lot of money off of it.
Crazy.
And it's a nice little check to kind of sit back and get. And I get to sit home most of the time.
And it's just dope too, because it's positive, it's education,
for sure.
It's creative.
So I've done that sync license work. I've done the show sync licensing work as well, and movies and stuff like that. And you don't always have to put your own artist name on things. So sometimes people might hear my voice and stuff, and it just
like I might be watching a show on TV and I hear Dizzy says, but at the moment you're not knowing.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So for me, it's like I like that. I've always wanted.
Has that ever happened to you? As you was watching something and you bumped into yourself?
The craziest thing that I think that has happened was we did the 4th of July. The Macy's 4th of July special for NBC.
Okay.
When we were at the Philly stop back in June, we had recorded it, did the rehearsals or whatever. And when I was finishing up my end of the run with Freestyle Love Supreme's national tour, it was like my birthday weekend, and my birthday is July 1st. I came back July 4th, exactly.
Okay.
I flew in, got home around 7. I turned on the TV at 8, and around 8:30 they aired like the raps or whatever, and I'm rapping with like Lin-Manuel and James Ironheart and Two Touch and Kayla's also there. And my boy Mozzie texts me and he's like, "Hey yo, Diz, you just rapping with Lin-Manuel just now?" He's like, yo, I was at a bar and I heard people rapping, but then I was like, yo, I know that voice that's rapping right now. And I turned around, I see you was on the TV. Yeah. That's crazy, bro. And then a whole bunch of floods of messages came on. It was like, yo, you was just on NBC? And I was like, yeah.
So that was a sample of the show, but live on a TV, or is it something totally different?
Nah, it was like we did a curated performance for the Macy's 4th of July fireworks, and it kind of just happened that way.
But it was part of Freestyle Love Supreme?
Yeah, it was coined under us, and they was like, you know, we now have a special performance from Freestyle Love Supreme, and it just worked. So it was ill. Like that was one of the first times that happened for me. Before that, it was like right before I left to Boston for Freestyle Love Supreme rehearsals. I went to go. What were we doing? We were doing a benefit jam. My boy Connell Thompson, he's amazing on sax. He's a saxophone player for WizKid.
Okay.
And we were doing a benefit jam on his fire escape. Like he set the band up on different floors of the fire escape, and we were rapping, and NBC came through that time as well. And like later that night, they aired it on NBC, and everyone was like, "Yo, Diz, you was rapping on a fire escape today," and I was like, yeah, man, I was just doing something positive. You feel what I'm saying? It was a benefit concert. So I was like, it was nice, but I didn't even know NBC was gonna be there. They just kind of showed up. We didn't know until we were already rapping. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. It was cool. Like, so now
I've
just
cool because you know it didn't affect your performance. You wasn't performing for them. You was performing and they just they came to record it. So you was still you gave it that I would have performed this no matter who was watching it.
Right.
That's dope about it. Yeah.
So it was nice. Like, and also I feel like once again that's another one of those situations where I've been doing a lot of outside work and it's kind of deterred me from doing album stuff. Not because I'm not inspired to do the album stuff. I really just don't have as much time as I used to have. I wish I had as much time as I used to have, but I'm also very glad that I'm booked and busy.
Of course. It's good to be busy. When it comes down to it, it's good to be busy.
For sure.
You ready to get down for the freestyle session? That's what we got you here for. We can talk for a lot, but
let's do it.
I'm gonna start off with this, alright? Dizzy Senze, Freestyle Drive.
Yeah, I like this. It's nice. Running up banks on tired, feeling like school with all of this drill and never a day that is fired. All of the chats of who you done spend, but ain't got no cases of priors. Maybe it's me, but when you get green, it seem like the hate is required. All of that make me inspired. Came out of danger and sirens. Came out of danger and sirens. Came out of danger and sirens. Look, came out of danger and sirens. To graduate from my projects, shit. People will only go and push the priors. People will only go and push the wires. Shit. Yeah, love, pressure. All of that cabinet rapping I do don't impress us. Lesser is what I had started out with, so I gotta do extra. Checks come way before checkups. I just add more to the ledger. And if it ain't even a blessing, I'm guessing it just couldn't fit in the schedule.
Dizzy Senze, yeah. Getting that Broadway money.
Yeah.
Alright,
now we freestyle driving, so I guess I'm a freestyle for real. Yo, off of the top of the dome, I feel like I was never a rookie. Breaking down all of these raps and feeling like it was just a cookie. Yo, I never been a rookie, but I'm best. Making moves like a rook when they playing chess. Getting straight to the point. Shit, I'm always like if I was breaking a joint, they trying to see it now. Man, I'm really rapping, snapping it in half. They say I'm handicapping. This another chapter. Step the raps like captains. Shit, bailing with I'm balling like I'm Vince Carter on Raptors, balling off the Raptors. Now I'm doing everything. I never been an actor till I went on Broadway. Now I'm where the bras stay, getting all a lot of stakes. They know it's the all way. I play with these beats, they just saying it was foreplay, but I need utensils for it. Eat it up like gourmet. Sheesh, it's tasting good like it's sorbet. I'm at the beach, but I'm chilling where the shore takes all the waves, and they know they see me frequently. I'm chilling with the waves, y'all should check the frequency. Yeah, I be beast indeed. Yo, I be beast and bees. They know I'm really just the best, it ain't no least in me. I ain't really Kanye West, I Kanye East a beat. From the Beast Coast, no, that's just completely beast. I'm really rapping on these beats, they know I'm freestyling. They looking in the camera, they just be like she wildin'. I'm up from the Bronx, but I really be up and shallin'. With anybody in my crew, band kinda like Wu-Tang. No, I'm doing two things, sipping on some say coming off the top of the brain like a toothpaste, fresher than some toothpaste. No, I'm with my crew, man, I kick and push a rap, sorta like I'm Lupe, and I'm up and back, man, hitting like I'm Bruce Wayne. Every time I rap on these beats, they just see the kicks and they think it's Luke Kane. Bulletproof on every flow, they feeling like I'm Luke Cage.
Ooh, damn, Dizzy Senze, Dizzy going crazy, Freestyle Drive.
Man.
Yes, I left it right because I didn't want to interrupt. I let it go.
Ooh. Oh my
We're
God.
Switch it up a little bit.
So freaking hard.
Shit is amazing right here. Yeah.
Look, tired of rappers that ain't gangster nothing but dropping gun lines. Why y'all dropping addies, but knowing that's where your funds hide? I've been stacking plenty of punches that hit like swung knives. Shorty call me daddy like damn, more than one time. Tongue-tied, rapping the spliff. I just sun-dried, Big Apple, step a direction, boogie and pun side. Chopping Adam's apple the moment I hear a gum line. Making pressure would never look like a fun ride. Making profits coming out of crazy projects. Sowing all my ways of toxic. Forwarded the bank deposits. I never need a stylist. I've been wildin' like a thornberry. Patience of virtue, no rehearsal. I'm war ready. The currency heavy when you talking about sense. Knowing I Euro step through whatever is in the mix. And I'm better in the mirror. And that's when I'm convinced who God body really is evident in the print. And autopsy for every beat I breathe on. Knowing, shit.
Ooh, you got it.
And autopsy for every beat I breathe on. Buzzing for light years, that just mean infinity and beyond. So we could just give God the glory. I've been gracious for my bars, but I'm also grateful for my Toy Stories. Nostalgic when I think about it. Made in the image of God, and that's what keeps me grounded. I need my future in the bar, need $1 million for allowance. So this grind and its feelings till I count it.
Damn. Sheesh. Dizzy Senze. You down for one more?
I am down for,
right.
Down for another.
No doubt.
Down for another.
Let's see what we got here. Dizzy Senze on Freestyle Drive. Yeah.
You ready?
I caught her before she headed out to Vegas. Yeah.
Right.
A little slower.
I like coming on Freestyle Drive because I could just freestyle or go into penwork. It never matters. We cruising down 4th Ave. It ain't no traffic and that makes me kinda glad. Hey yo, I used to get kinda sad, but now I'm out here getting to the bag. Yo, I'm grateful for my mom and dad, from all the blessings that I seem to have. Cause now I only seem to be a prospect. I came about the projects, object of my girl affection. I say you the best when looking at my reflection. That's no interjection. I came up on the Smith and Wesson intersection. People gangbang. This the place they let they brain hang. Sheesh. Yo, I'm flashy like a chain hand. I do the same things now that I used to do years ago. But I'm just letting all of my dinero go. I've been in the plural, getting the sweet money like a churro roll. Sheesh. I've been trying to look at my rap style and think of where all my heroes go. Like if they still nice, nah. I couldn't set it right. I give them bars for the low like I'm serving slices. ISIS, man, this is my greatest devices. I'm a Bronx bomber, but I don't bang with ISIS. Yikes. Man, people trying to check on me, but they ain't wearing Nikes. Why? Adidas got my stripes up. Man, you know I'm like type 1. I'm somebody that you might know. I'm kind of rare with the blood like a type O. Wait, I made bars and I'm making more off my mistakes. You could just call that a type O. Man, I mean, why yo? They say, yo, Dizzy, you kind of fly though. I know, I be on a roll like a gyro or hero in English. My fire they can't extinguish. Shit, I'm in a different type of language. Rapping on these beats until I vanish. Chilling in a hammock in another country. Shit, and eating bars up like they lunch me. Comfy on the couch like it's the big comfy couch where the clown was. Man, I'm spitting and I'm back in the town, cuz, yo, and everybody that's around showing wild love. Yo, I used to get my styles up. Now they like this with a feature. I used to get Nas, now I'm sitting next to Ether. Man, that's Illmatic. They like, you ain't dropping songs, but you still have it. Yeah.
Facts.
Yo, I be still rapping. Showed up fashion, be late in the real fashion. Now I'm getting real traction. Spitting dope for these flows, they just real addicts. Got the roof on fire, where's your real addict?
Damn, Dizzy with the bars. Going crazy right here. We're in Brooklyn today. Well, you was dissing some of your idols, you were saying? You were taking a shot? They're not rapping as good as they used to?
A lot of rappers that I used to listen to really ain't good when they spitting, that's the truth. I ain't even spitting writtens in the booth. I be spitting shit that I just be forgetting, that's the truth. Have them home running like they Babe Ruth. I'm from the Bronx like the Yankees, so they saying what it do. Yo, they say I'm the shit and I ain't drop a deuce. But I'm slamming flows like dominoes. Y'all copy cool. Man, they really couldn't rock with who? D-I-D's up, D-I-double-Z-Y. Know that I be flowing like a G5. And I still kick it like it's the bottom of the fila. I say that just cause that's my slogan. But I be talking on these beats like I'm sitting next to Joe Rogan. Ripping beats up like Hulk Hogan's t-shirt. And they know this is a dope moment when you play it back. They like, damn, she's a crazy cat. Now they say I rap bombing like Iraq. Shorty's getting high off of contact. Man, that ain't even been a joke. I mean, shorty's getting high like it's secondhand smoke off of contact. Man, y'all never been around that?
Yeah.
Yo, they be like, they really couldn't rap with this. She all over the web like an arachnid is. That's a spider.
God damn it. Disney Senze killing it. You took him back with the blockbuster jacket too.
Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Showed up fashionably late.
Nice.
Still fashionable.
Nah, shit is dope. Were you missing the blockbuster? Is that why you rocking the jacket?
Yeah, when I went to Portland, I found out there's only one blockbuster remaining.
And where's that?
In Oregon.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's in Bend, Oregon. So I was out there and I was like, oh, it's my debut week. Let me throw on something fly. I threw on the blockbuster. I was outside and they was like, oh, where'd you get that? Do you work at the blockbuster? And I was like, shit. Nah, it's a blockbuster here.
Exactly.
It was like,
yeah.
It was like, it's in Bend. I thought that's where you got it from, but that's so dope. And I was like, man.
That's crazy, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you visit the blockbuster? Did you go there?
I did not.
I
did not get to visit the blockbuster. What I did get to do when I was in Portland that was really, really cool for me was we got to go to the Nike headquarters and they gave us celebrity passes and I got to shop really nicely.
You serious?
Yeah. They gave us some celebrity passes. We got to shop. A couple of us got some shoes that
the exclusive type of shit?
Yeah, that are some exclusive stuff I never really seen or I'm just starting to see now. And they've been in the box maybe months now. So that was a nice experience. Like as I was walking there, I'm like, man, this is where Drake did Laugh Now, Cry Later.
Oh shit, okay, that's where you filmed it?
Yeah. And the whole headquarters, like, it's a big spot. Like they showed us the whole thing and I would love to go back there. That was one of the greatest moments.
No, thank you, Dizzy. The freestyle was crazy.
Oh, yeah,
you blessed
for sure.
me. You blessed the show.
I wanted to show people, because I feel like last time I came on here and I spit some pen work and it was super dope. But I also wanted to show the heart of like improv and freestyle. Like mess ups is a part of that. Like you feel what I'm saying? So when they watch this back and they like, yo, she messed up, it's like, nah, people mess up when you rapping for real. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When it's a real freestyle, it's off the top, you mess up.
Exactly.
And that's all right. Your bars still could be hot. You feel what I'm saying? You got to play around, have fun with it. That's what makes things like this really fun. And that's what gives me joy and has brought me longevity in this side of the business for sure.
And you giving us joy, and you spreading that joy around as well. You know what I'm saying? Through your art and through your vocals and lyrics and everything. Congratulations on the show. Good luck in Vegas. Thank you again for being back on Freestyle Drive.
Yeah.
We need a Dizzy Senze back on. You know
what
I'm saying? I'm happy I made it happy before you head out.
For sure.
Got lucky. Thank you again. Any last words before you head out? Anything you want to tell people watching right now?
Come out to Vegas, y'all. Come out to Vegas. See us play at the Venetian. We're going to be there until January as of right now.
Nice.
End of January. Come out there. Say Dizzy sent you. And, I'll yell out some things in the show and we'll surely rap it for you. Besides that, man, y'all gotta rap for real. Y'all gotta rap for real. There's a lot of people not rapping for real. And I've been putting pressure on that since I've been in New York. Like there's a lot of ciphers and stuff that I pop up to and I tell people that. So y'all gotta rap for real. Like whether it's pen work or whether it's off that brain, y'all gotta
step it up.
Y'all gotta rap, man. I'm putting foot on next because what I say all the time is you gotta rap for real because what happens when you run into somebody like me? It's not gonna do well for you. Y'all gotta rap for real. Besides that, Dizzy Senze, Yeah.
Where can people check you out online? Where's the
Yo,
best
y'all can always find me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram all the time.
Okay.
That's the best place to reach me, and that's feelingdizzy.wave. Besides Instagram, honestly, you're not gonna find me unless you come pull up to where I'm performing at. So
again, once again, that's Freestyle
once
Love
again, that's
Supreme.
Freestyle Love Supreme. We live at the Venetian. We're kicking off in November. Please come out to Vegas. Tickets is already on pre-sale. Go to the Venetian website. You're gonna see it. You can't even miss it. So Freestyle Love Supreme, Freestyle Love Supreme, Freestyle Love Supreme. My name is Dizzy Senze. BX Stand Up. You know what it is. And we out of here.
Let's go. Thank you so much, Dizzy.
Yeah.
All right. Peace, y'all.
Yeah.